What's up and what's going on, good people? What's up and what's going on, good people? Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Doing a Friday show, doing a Friday afternoon show. There will be a lot more of those type of shows coming. As you know, I'm doing a lot of changes on the channel. Been doing a lot of networking. Been doing a lot of things to where the whole format of the show is going to change. I gave y'all the teaser trailer of it when I had the in studio guest, when I had Coach Hassani Ali, Coach Ali's Corner, Mike from Mike and Vince Person, Jackie Jack was all in the studio. Going to be doing a lot more of that coming down the pipeline. Hopefully that will be rolling next week. I wanted to have it rolling sooner, but hopefully that will be rolling next week. So it's going to be a lot of changes. I'm going to be doing night shows. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out to the people that's in the building already. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We're going to be getting into this. Y'all could already see where we going with the main topic, even though I got a number of topics here on the table, but the featured topic in the thumbnail is that right there. That right there, the title of the show, Let the Grooming Begin, because she's grooming him at an early age to accept any type of chicanery, fuckery, whatever the hell from a woman. That is what she's doing to her son at an early age. And we ask a lot of questions about why do men come into this space arguing against men that speak up for men. You don't see women going hard, going into female spaces doing that. Some of them come in here supporting us, for, for whatever. But that's a whole nother story. You don't see the simp army that attacks us. Where do they come from? How do they get? I think they get groomed into it. I think they get groomed into it. Don't criticize mama. We're seeing it right there. We're seeing it right there. But we got a lot to cover, a lot on the table. And actually, I'm about to finally give my take on as y'all can see right there, that Donovan Devin Sharp situation. We'll finally talk about that. I've been laying in the cut listening to everybody. I may have somewhat unpopular opinion on it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But let's get ready to go. Let's strap on in. I'm gonna find my intro. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
What is up? What's going on? I ain't even in my chair all the way. But we in here. What's up? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you that's here today. I'm all breathing hard because I got up running around. But no, we in here. Shout out to the early bird squad, those of you that make it in bright and early before we even get things started. Shout out to each and every one of you. Paul Game in the building. Shout out to Paul Game. He says, That white woman is disgusting. I heard someone say she was black. I mean, the one drop rule be in effect occasionally. I always thought she was white. I don't know what race she is. She might got a drop in her. I don't know. I don't know. I give up trying to figure out what people race is nowadays. But Paul Game in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to RM. Shout out to RM. Yes, and I haven't even been promoting that or doing this read, so to speak, as they call it. I haven't even been doing this read, so to speak. I don't even know what date. Okay, the 20th. The 20th. Hang out with Bernard Riley and a few Black Manosphere bros at Barcade Detroit for games, drinks. February 20th, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. No cover charge or fees. For more info, click that link right there if you are in the Detroit area and you are interested. You're in the Detroit area and you are interested, by all means, hit that, click that Evite link and get more info on that because it will be going down. It will be going down. Let me do a double check, make sure. Okay, y'all can see that pulsating, so I can be heard. That is what's up. That's what's up. Um, what else did we have in here? Shouting out a few more people before we get things started. E. Taylor in the building. Shout out to E. Taylor. He says, Bernard Riley in chat. This is going to take us into the mind of a groomer. Perhaps. Perhaps. You may be right on that. The Mac the Trucker in the building says, what's good, everybody? Shout out to Jackie Jack in the building. Says new things this year. Absolutely, absolutely. Going to be doing some new things. Snazzy individual in the building. Shout out again to Paul Game. Shout out to Smitty's Corner. Says salute to you, Bernard Riley. Shout out to Aaron B. I don't know why I'm being slow reading this. Shout out to Aaron B. He says, damn, Bernard hit 32. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he says, when? Fairly recently. Fairly recently. Shorts are amazing. My shorts have been getting great views. It's kind of slowing down lately, but well, not really. They go viral in waves. It's like once a month, I may have one or two of them go viral. If I crank out more of them, I probably can get 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 to go viral in a month. But shorts are amazing, and they get your views up and they get your subs up. So I do got a lot of new subs that came over here from the shorts. So yes, so I got kind of sprouted up. I went from like 12,000 to 32,000 in just a couple months. It seems like 3 months. So yeah. No, it's been growing by leaps and bounds. I'm very happy and proud about that. It is a task to get the people that watch your shorts to come over and watch your live stream show. That is a task, but no, I'm still working on that one. But better to have the subs than not have them. Better to have the subs than not have them. It's almost like you got two separate channels. You got your live stream show channel and your pre-record channel. Then you got your shorts channel all on the same channel. YouTube is weird like that, but shorts are the things that grow your channels because they actually put those in the algorithm. So yes, that's my subtle bit of advice. Subtle bit of advice for YouTubians on the way up. Subtle bit of advice for YouTubians on the way up. But let me go ahead and start off with just a bit of controversy getting things going here today. This is sort of sort of turning into an old story. The Devin Sharp, I mean, what's that her name for? The Donovan Sharp situation. The Donovan Sharp situation. I kind of wanted to wait. I kind of wanted to wait a little bit before talk about this towards the end of at least my one-on-one part, my solo monologue part. I did kind of want to get people to talk on this because here's my thing. I think when it comes to this whole Donovan Sharp situation, okay, I've been preach for personal reasons that I understand because Donovan Sharp came at them for no reason. They decided to make a video where all they did really is clip a bunch of stuff that everybody already knew. Everybody already knew because Anthony Dream Johnson put all of that stuff out there. And a lot of people took clips of their stuff. All the exposing stuff about Donovan Sharp and his personal life, or he lied about his woman's age. He like, pretended like she was younger, pretended like she didn't have a kid, pretending like she would like they didn't supposedly allegedly get married or whatever, because he said some things on his show where he speaks out against that. He kind of got busted and he kind of came clean, and that was in the past, and that was that. That was that. It was done and it was over with. It was what the hell? What do you mean, Jackie Jack or at Bernard Riley? It's payday. What's the cash app? Oh, you're asking what's my cash app? Well, let me put that in there. Oh, and speaking of that, let me RM's in the chat. Let me get RM in here so she could be putting my cash app and stuff on the screen. Let me get that link in there. That link is for RM. I don't even feel like playing around with the email. That link is right there for RM for you to come up. But my cash app, they should have my cash app in there for you. I'll try to pull it up right now. If you're trying to hit the cash app, let me help you out. Let me help you out if you're trying to hit the cash app. And this is why I like when RM is in the back, because I can't even find my stuff. Nope, that's Little Big Nate's cash app. Well, support Little Big Nate, but that's Little Big Nate's cash app. Okay, here's mine. All right, there's mine right there. I'm accidentally clicked on Little Big Nate's. Feel free to support Little Big Nate though too. But yeah. But yeah, that's my cash app. That's my cash app. There it is. There it is. No, Jackie, he was not asking for your cash app. He know that you, as well as RM, post my links, and so he was asking you what's my cash app. I don't think your cash app had anything to do with this. Okay. Nobody's interested in your cash app, believe it or not. Quit trying to get the crumbs that fall off my table. God damn it. God damn. You knew that wasn't for you. These chicks be sitting in here chilling. And then when somebody, a man is doing some content that another brother appreciates the content, and then he sends a $50 cash app. Okay. These chicks who be sitting and lurking in the chat room after they see a content creator, a male content creator on YouTube get a $50 cash app. Want to know what they do? They go and send like a $20 cash app request from that man who they know just got $50. That's what they be doing. They be in here hustling. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They be in here hustling. They see you get a $20 cash app request. They see you get a $20 cash app from somebody. They go and send you a $10 cash app request. They trying to pinch a little bit off the top. They be trying to pinch it. They be trying to pinch a little bit off the top. Jackie, just do that Melanie King hustle. What's the Melanie King hustle? I know I ain't seen her channel in a while. I don't know how many subs. She probably got 1 million subs for all I know. I haven't seen her channel in a while. Yeah, Charles Merchant. They be hustling. They be hustling. And like they gonna get cash apps from you Negroes one way or another. They gonna get it. They gonna get it. But but no, in all seriousness though, I give my brief take on the whole Donovan Sharp situation where he been getting dragged. And the people he's been getting dragged by is essentially manosphere content creators, black and white. And listen, I don't even know if Obsidian weighed in on his recent stuff, but I understand him doing it because it's personal with them. With O'Shea, yeah, it's personal. With Abba and Preach, yeah, it's personal. All right, I get that. And Donovan Sharp take personal shots. He's no choir boy. All right, so yeah. So people who don't like him, I get it. Go on and go for his neck. Go on and kick him while he's down. He'll kick you while you're down. It's a dirty game out there. I get that part. The part that I want to comment on is how, and I've been thinking about this, like, we don't need the sisterhood as enemies no more. Because we got each other. We got each other. Now, I understand if somebody is moving in a dishonorable way and you want to separate yourself from the person. But the fact of the matter is, everything that recently got exposed by Abba and Preach, everything about Donovan Sharp that recently got exposed by Abba and Preach, it was stuff that everybody already knew. Everybody knew it a year ago. Now, all of a sudden, Abba and Preach make a video, and now everybody wants to be like, "Oh yeah, Donovan Sharp, yeah, he's a disgrace to the red pill." It's like y'all acting like how chicks get when somebody down. It's like everybody turning into sharks in the water. It's like it was like everybody was turning into some damn piranhas over something about him that y'all already knew. Y'all already knew that he was saying some stuff that kind of ain't no kind of to it that contradicted some aspects of his life. It is what it is. He got caught on it. He got busted on it. He came through. I mean, he came clean on some of it. He kind of tried to wiggle his way out of some of it. But the fact of the matter is, people already knew the stuff that Abbott and Preach exposed. They exposed it for personal reasons because maybe Donovan Sharp, I think his channel was kind of, needed a bump in views. So he kind of went dirty. He said some shit he brought up some old shit about Kevin Samuels. He went after I think Danica Marie and Obsidian. He went after Preach, talking about Preach wife, even though it wasn't even his wife. He did some dirty stuff, so Abbott and Preach got dirty back with him. I don't know if that calls for the entire red pill community to just to basically become sharks in the water over a bunch of stuff about somebody that you already knew. I didn't get that. And I'm sitting there, they just made me say, remember when the sisterhood, the gynocracy or whatever it was being called, it was, it came for a lot of channels. There's a lot of people that don't got channels now because the women came at them. The women came at them, flagged their channels. I remember Ed was just recently talking about that. He said every time he get flagged, it's a man that do it. Every time he get a strike, it's a man that do it. It's like it's turned into a crazy thing. Now, I don't stand by everything that Donovan Sharp. Yeah, he got caught in some lies. Okay, cool. It is what it is. Is what it is. But the fact of the matter is that the women that used to come after men's channels and get men's channels flags or put all this negative press, it's like we don't even need them to do that no more. It's like the men got it covered. The men got it covered. Well, I'm not even talking about Abby and Preach. Abby and Preach is the one who made the initial video that got everybody becoming piranhas. Abby and Preach did that. And I respect them doing it. I actually understand why they did it because he came at them. So they used their bigger platform to curb stomp his ass, and they did. What I'm asking is why is it that everybody is just piling on him now about stuff they already knew, but because it's kind of trending right now, then everybody says, "Yeah, let's jump in on it." It's like it was like that was weird to me. It's like y'all already knew. If y'all didn't fuck with him, y'all should have been made some content announcing that y'all didn't fuck with him and been done with it. But it's like a content strategy, shark in the water type of thing. Y'all see blood, let's go ahead and attack just because it's trending right now. And for that, I'm saying like we don't need the sisterhood attacking channels no more. We got the men got each other. It's like that's what I saw on that. Now, when it comes to Donovan Sharp, yes, it was some aspects of his personal life that that didn't line up with a lot of the things that he was saying. Like you could catch him in clear contradictions with Abba and Preach playing clips of other people's stuff. Did show the contradictions. They did show it, I'm not even going to repeat it all. But my only argument is that y'all already knew all that. My argument is y'all already knew. So that's why I didn't understand why I saw like 30 different videos from Black Manosphere and White Manosphere where it wasn't even people that had a personal issue with them. It wasn't even people who had a personal issue with them. It was just yeah, I didn't get it. I don't get it. Free Zone Lewis saying, why are people acting like this isn't a common thing in this space? Well, yeah, there are people that have made it common in this space. But with Donovan Sharp, it extended all the way out into the white manosphere with bigger channels. And I was just like, damn. But there are people that made it a common thing in his space. He said Sharp caused his own downfall. Yeah, to some degree. To some degree, he's no innocent man. He's no innocent man. That's why the people who had personal beefs with him, I understand them going ham. Go on and kick him while he's down if you don't like him. I didn't know he defrauded his own father with loans, though. Yeah. Again, that's what I'm talking about. The personal shit. But I think he's gotten that down personal on people, so I understand people getting personal on him. I mean, so some aspects of it I understand. You got enemies that's going to kick you while you're down. Let me just read a few more comments on this. I do want to see what y'all think on this. He says, I think Abbott and Preach aren't even manospheres. No, they're not. And they had grounds to come at him because he came at them. He says, a lot of these men are the new modern women that they hate. Absolutely. Absolutely. All day. And we're going to get into that when we cover the main topic. We're going to get into that when we cover the main topic. We got Amber Rose grooming her son. You got Amber Rose grooming her son, where it says that Amber Rose shares how her 9-year-old son defended her against her friend, who defended her against his friend who asked about her OnlyFans page. He said, "You have to let a woman do what she wants with her body." That's what he said. He's gonna he's gonna be one of the ones on the internet talking about how stop stop shaming these women. It's like that's like is the people who come up with every convoluted contrived argument they could possibly make to try to get black men to shut up. It's like yeah he's being groomed to be one of those. He says, why is Donovan and Devin Sharp in the lower right left hand corner? I think I answered that since you've been here. Somebody says congrats on 32K. Absolutely, thank you very much. I appreciate that. TBE Trucking in the building says that's what men nowadays do. Yep. Sir Tice says he deserves all the criticism he receives. Yeah, but my thing is that nobody criticized him about anything. I'm not talking about Abby and Preach because they had personal reasons to attack, to hit back. Nobody criticized him about anything that they didn't already know, which means they just basically just already knew this information, saw that he had a bad news cycle because the channel with 2 million subs took a crap on him. So okay, his channel with 2 million subs just shanked him. Now it's blood in the water. Let's be some piranhas. It's like that. I don't get that part. That's the part I don't get. He personally attacked Abby and Preach. They personally attacked back. I don't see why that means that it should be a bunch of sharks in the water content. Let's go. It's blood in the water. Let's attack. Let's go out and make content. Just stomping on Donovan Sharp. I don't get it. He asked. It's some people he went after where he asked for it. Like put it like this. This is where I'm at. I'm good with just saying, I don't fuck with this person. You know, I'm good with doing that. That's where I'm at with it. I'm good with just saying that and then moving on. Somebody asks my opinion, I give my opinion on it, but I'm just speaking to just the overall, just almost like an insatiable lust that the men in and around this space have to just go after each other for any little thing. And it's like it's so long lost and forgotten that a big part of this is we was um, challenging and countering the narratives and the bullshit that was put out there by the mainstream media and women about men, and we was tearing apart, picking apart, and stumping down all of that bullshit. Now it seems like it's more so let's figure out where we could pick apart, shout down, or stump down each other on things that this person did that we disagree with, even if we agree with him on 90%. Let's go to war over the 10%. Is that to me? That's where it get goofy. That's where it get goofy. He said Amber Rose's son is the next Amber Rose raising the next generation of Paco. No, I think it's deeper than that. I think it's deeper than that. I mean, we know who and what Paco is. We know who and what Paco is, but not. I ain't about to get into that. Shout out to little big Nate. Shout out to little big Nate in the building. But all right. But one more thing to get into before we get into the main topic here. Before we get into the main topic here. Saw something interesting. And this very interesting thing that I happened to come across was brought to me via Jackie Jack. I'll give her some credit for sending me this via email. And now I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Forgive me for not having this already up and ready to go. And it sort of relates to the main topic. Because this is heavy on, the programming and the psyops that we talk about. The programming we talk about. This is heavy on that. Did y'all know that the Proud family? Basically they didn't call it SYSBM. They didn't call it that, but they did a de facto response. And I didn't know that until I was sent this. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have already seen this, but I was sent this fairly recently. And by fairly recently, I mean today. I mean when I was setting up the show, I received this. So let me move this Amber Rose thing down. We'll get back into that. We will get back into that. Just let me get this off of the screen. Let me You say, and they say men don't hold men accountable. I think men hold men too accountable in this damn space. They hold men accountable to the point to where we more going after attacking each other than what we are attacking the things that we set out to attack. We hold each other too damn accountable. Says Amber's son is going to be a dating coach in 10 years. How you figure that? Yeah, I mean, y'all be pinning the tail on the wrong donkey. Y'all be pinning the tail on the wrong donkey. No. He gonna be on here talking about some don't shame and don't blame women. That's what he gonna be on here talking about. Y'all pinning the tail on the wrong donkey. All right, let me go ahead and get into this for fuck around and say some shit. yeah. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of there. But all right, let's check this out. Now, this is the Proud family. We'll be talking a lot about the psyops, and the grooming. About the psyops and the grooming that goes on. And I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it before I give too much backstory on this. But this is the main thing I'll say. I'll say that this clip shows that aspects of the mainstream, they be watching. All right. They be watching. But all right, let's go.
Hey, I'm Noah. What's your name, girl?
Hi, I'm La Cienega Boulevardes.
And I'm Penny Proud.
And I'm Michael Collins, aka the baddest.
And I'm Dejanay.
What the hell was that, a dude?
Proud.
And I'm Michael Collins, aka the baddest.
Oh damn! I didn't even realize that when I first saw this. They like just threw up like a gay dude getting in line to meet the new cute boy in school. I didn't realize that all the women got in line to introduce themselves. The gay dude got in line too. So I guess he was on the table. That's the psyops. That's the psyops. They want to, normalize certain things. But all right, that ain't even what we was here for. I didn't even catch that.
Hey, I'm Noah. What's your name, girl?
Hi, I'm Lacianica Boulevardes.
And I'm Penny Proud.
And I'm Michael Collins, aka the baddest.
And I'm Dejanay Barker. I mean Jones.
Sorry, but I was talking to her. Hey,
No,
No, they done went and found the most off-putting white girl. Like, keep in mind, they trying to hit every point here. That when it's a white girl, it don't matter what she look like. She could be disgusting. She could be eating and messy and sloppy and chewing with her mouth open, but she's white, so she's right. So the newest, coolest, hottest boy in the school is going to throw himself all over her. Why? Because she's white. It's like they hitting every point here. They hitting every goddamn point. Notice when I say when somebody is telling a story or doing something, and it's like you just seeing every damn talking point get hit like in one scatter shot. It's like, oh yeah, they be listening to a lot of these conversations.
worries. I'll get out of your way. I was just
no.
leaving.
You are absolutely beautiful. And I would be honored if you would accompany me to the Valentine's Day dance.
Okay, Borat. You can take off the mask.
No, this is me. I'm real. And what I'm feeling is even realer. So what do you say?
Man, I didn't notice that they had Isaiah Wade up in here. I didn't notice that they put Isaiah Wade character in there. Like, goddamn. Like, I'm gonna have to do some research and see what kind of shows did they do where this character trying to it's a show where I don't know if he trans, but it's probably trying to would make the argument that he's a real girl, and the boys in the school should like him all the same and shouldn't see him no different than how they see any other girl, because it's probably some stuff like that going on. It's probably some stuff like that going on. If I take the time to do some research, I tend to believe that I'm going to find it. I tend to believe that if I take minimal time to do research, I'll find that. Now, this is the part where now there's one more clip from the Proud family. There's one more clip from the Proud family because hold on, let me make sure I play this one all the way to the end.
I would love to.
All right, cool. So yeah, that one played to the end. They trying to give me
and my conservative views are all
wait,
screwed up.
hold on. Time out. We didn't want to put nothing else up. We didn't want to put nothing else up. Hold on. All right, this one was the funnier one to me. Fair use, by the way, fair use.
Hold up.
Thank you, Ira. That was funny. All right, here we go. Why is it not acting right? All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see somebody just came through with a super chat. I do appreciate that. Let me read the super chat before I get into this one. Damn, that's small. Let me make that bigger. It says, sounds like the typical son husband. Yeah, we about to get into that after I play this clip. Says, sound like typical son husband and the normal B-dub mother. What were you expecting from a kid being raised by a 304? Nothing to see here, fellas. Well, it is something to see here. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of the men that we're talking to, a lot of the men that we're trying to take the blinders off of, those are men that were raised by women like that. Now, they probably weren't famous and card carrying, organizing slut walks and whatnot, but a lot of them were raised by single mothers that operate just like that. A lot of the men that we end up talking to and arguing with and fighting with about the mere existence of this space, who try to derail it at every turn, who try to, it's like a lot of that psychology that they have where they just on some defend women at all costs. Yeah. They're men who grew up raised the same way that this boy was raised. So no, it is relevant. There is a psyops and deprogramming that we're on the front lines working against. Like it's you can't get around that. So that's why I'll never say it's nothing to see here. No, it is something to see here. If you individualize it, it's nothing to see here. Oh well, the boy was raised by a hoe. Hopefully she used her hoeing to make good money to provide him with all the Xboxes and juice boxes, and he have a happy, comfortable, cozy life. And hopefully she, I don't know, get him a tutor or somebody to teach him how to read a book, and he go to school and become productive. Hopefully, but at the end of the day, on a macro scale, we can't ignore the fact that a lot of black men are growing up raised being fed a lot of bullshit. It's just that part can't get around. But shout out to Sodomy and Chicken. I do appreciate the super chat. Do appreciate the super chat coming on through. I agree with everything that you said, except for the part that the nothing to see here. No, it is definitely something to see here. Definitely something to see here. But all right, let's get into this part. Let me move that super chat off of the screen. All right. Now you saw the clip that I just played where they basically showed a boy looked like the new cute boy at the school. He was asking the chick to the dance. All the girls, including the girl that wasn't a girl, got in line to be asked out, and he was just basically like pulled the what's the damn the don't drink my juice in the hood. I forgot the name of it. Don't Be a Menace. They had a long ass title, but the name of it was Don't Be a Menace. No, don't be a menace to society while drinking juice in the hood. Y'all remember the movie where the guy that looked like Damon Wayans but wasn't Damon Wayans was like, my milk of magnesia. No, he was like, he had said something like the black woman, like he was talking to her, and it was like, could you do me a favor? Could you tap that white girl for me? And it's like, yeah, so that, they damn near they pulled that one right there. But now what's funny is this right here.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
We need to talk about.
Did these chicks not just get on the damn StreamYard panel? They they on StreamYard like the jilted divestors going ham right now. Well, at least they all cammed up, but they done went and got on StreamYard to talk about this shit. They done had to hop on StreamYard to go in on this shit. Let me get myself off the screen. Let me move myself over. There we go. Yeah, they had to hop on StreamYard for this one.
That little incident in the cafeteria today.
When your tracks fell into your mashed potatoes, girl, you'll be okay. Hair is protein.
No!
Man, they be clowning on the Proud Family, though. She said when your tracks fell in your mashed potatoes, like they be clowning. They legit be clowning.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Penny. Noah only dating white girls. Yeah, no chocolate, no caramel, no sprinkles, no nothing. Don't act like you didn't feel some type of way, Proud. Yeah, what's wrong with us?
Girl, we do not have enough time for that conversation.
Oh, you're right. Bye.
Look, there is.
He didn't kick the gay dude off the panel because he wasn't mad enough. And now they mad at her trying to condition and program Penny that you supposed to be as equally upset. You gotta raise sword and shield for Sparta on this one too. That's what they own.
You're right. Bye.
But that's what girls do on panels too. They if somebody ain't on code, they drop their ass down. Like you got to get out of here. We ain't going for this. We got to be team unity over here.
Look, there is nothing wrong with you or any of us. He just likes Zoe.
Because she's white. Right, Maya?
My cousin lives down the street from him and says he only goes out with the vanilla.
That's not Zoe's fault. Besides, we don't know that's true just because your cousin says so.
All right. Oh shit! Hold on. Wait. Let me not. Hold on. I don't want to watch all that. I want to fuck up my algo. Wait a second. All right. But no, that's wild that they straight hopped on the panel. That's wild that they straight hopped on the panel to talk about it. That's why I said people be low key listening. People be low key listening to Black YouTube. It'd be drawing be drawing inspiration from Black YouTube all goddamn day. All goddamn day. That was some funny shit that Jackie Jack sent me that, and I had to had to share that with y'all. I had to share that with y'all because that was definitely funny. But shout out to Little Big Nate, says overweight with blonde hair, great. The left loves destroying the image of Black women, and she celebrates it. Yeah, like Proud Family. Like I said, it was some funny jokes in there about her tracks. Her tracks came out, fell into mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. Like, okay, they put in some jokes that were they like clowning it, but then there's aspects of it where it seems as if it's a lot of the shit is being promoted as okay. It's like a fine balance. Like put it like this: the Boondocks had the perfect balance where like you could see how they was having fun and laughing with the Black community, but it was enough stuff in there that kind of notated that this is some bullshit that Negroes be doing, but at the same time they have fun with it. Like the Boondocks walked that fine line, that balance perfectly, where they was shedding light, they was putting you on blast, and if you fit the description of anything that they was talking about, you probably felt a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, you could laugh with it. But they you said they would have to write Huey. Huey was the one that made the show make sense. Huey was the one that made the show make sense. Like he was the counterbalance to Riley and all the nonsense on the show. He was the counterbalance to all the nonsense on the show. Like the Boondocks was perfect. The Boondocks was perfect. He says that TV show. Now here, now this is what we're talking about here. Somebody coming in trying to put the cape on for something. He says, or she says, I don't even know what it is. Let's make it bigger so I can see it. Okay, she says that TV show is for a teen audience, not children. I find that very interesting because it used to come on the Disney Channel in like the same like I can't remember what shows came on before it or after it, but no, it was I could say it was bare minimum, for like preteens. I'll give you that. I'll say preteens, but it wasn't like it was something that was just marketed to teenagers. Nah, because those kids, they weren't even teenagers really. You know, they were like preteen age. They were like they weren't driving cars. They weren't, they weren't 16. They wasn't in the 11th and 12th grade. Like they were like in middle school. Like they were like preteen age. Like I'm pretty sure I would probably say that Penny Proud was probably in the 6th grade. I would say she was probably in the 6th grade. So no, you can't run from that. You can't run from that. You can't run from that. But now let's dive into the main topic, and I probably put the link in the chat in a little bit. Actually, I put it in there right now to give y'all time to come on up. Give y'all time to come on up. But excuse me. Yeah, go ahead and RM, go ahead and drop the link in there. Go ahead and drop the link in there. But to the main topic. Amber Rose shares how her 9-year-old son defend her against a friend who asked about her OnlyFans page. Move that down because I can't read what I got right there. Thank you. She says, okay, Amber Rose shares how her 9-year-old son defend her against his friend who asked about her OnlyFans page. You you did it again. You have to let a woman do what she wants with her body. You have to let a woman do what she wants with her body. That's what her son has been led to say. Now, it's a few different angles I could take on this. And I'm going with like the grooming angle. And it always doesn't work when you say, okay, what if it was a man that did this or did that? Because there are double standards, and some double standards we accept, and some of them we side eye. But let's look at it. Let's look at it. It's like if a man, let's just say a man slept around with a lot of women, and he had a daughter, and somebody asked the daughter about it. and the daughter said something along the lines of, because like, the daughter is well aware that daddy got hoes coming in and out of his house, and then they ask, somebody asked the daughter about it, and the daughter said something like, "Hey, you got to let a man be a man." It's like, whoa, a 9-year-old girl, a 9-year-old girl just said that about her dad. Like, wouldn't that make you think, like, hold on, this dad got hoes coming in and out of the house in front of his daughter, and he's talking to her about it and telling her stuff to try to make her, think that it's okay. It's like everybody would instantly look at that and be on some, wait a minute, you on some real irresponsible parenting type stuff. Everybody would instantly know that. Everybody would instantly understand that and understand the score and look at him sideways. Like, it's so much stuff that we see happening. And yes, I feel like it can be a little cheap to just go for viral situations with social media put out there, what they blast out there for. Like, I get that and I understand that completely. I get that and I understand that completely. But we look at those video, like it was a picture. Yeah, y'all remember who it was, where the boy was like reaching. Okay, y'all can see my hand. The boy was like kind of like reaching underneath the mom's legs or her skirt or dress or whatever. And she's sitting there smiling. She thought it was cute. She was like turned the other way facing the camera, and it would not. It's like we see images like that, and the fact that they feel comfortable doing that, it makes a whole nother dynamic. It makes a whole nother dynamic where it's like you realize that there's a certain level of normalizing where, a woman can essentially sexualize a child. It's like it's okay if a woman is doing it. Every law, every restriction, everything that happens is to make sure that men don't exploit children, as it should be. As, it should be that way. It should. We should have things set up to make sure that men are not exploiting children in some kind of way. But I don't see how people don't look at that like, wait a minute, that shouldn't be your son's response to being asked about his mom's OnlyFans. That boy is 9 years old. He shouldn't have a response. You got to let a woman do what she want to do with her body. That means she's grooming him. She's telling him. She's talking to him about that. She's basically making it aware that, yes, I'm your mom. I sell sexuality on the internet, and it's okay for women to do that, and you should be okay with it. And it's like, and so I take all of that. I take all of that, and I do look at it like this. I do look at it from this standpoint right here, that when you look at the simple fact that, when women come on the internet and they do their content, when women come on the internet and they do their content, it's like, you don't get other women fighting against them. You don't get other women going to war against them. They pretty much do their content. Their only pushback truly comes from men. Now, there are women with YouTube channels. There are women with YouTube channels that do give some pushback, but again, they're content creators, so they're kind of in the business. I'm talking about people who don't got a YouTube channel. They're not in the business. They don't get paid for it. They just, out of just pure passion, want to rally against these women, want to be in the comment section, want to be cool and dap everybody up and get cool with everybody, and then hop on the panels and then start smuggling in their disagreement and then go full gangster with it, and then just be in there fighting and just make it into a contentious non-echo chamber environment, which is fine. But what I'm saying is, the women women who do content talking about talking shit about men, they don't get women that want to full rally against, rally to the defense of men. Only women that really truly do it, and only most of the women that really truly do it are the ones who, like I said, they're content creators. They're in the business of doing it. But when it comes to men doing this type of content, we get full blown, absolute 100%, just a full army of men who want to come rally and fight against everything that we're saying. Whether it's full blown card carrying simps or people who got cool and dapped everybody up and then flipped the switch, it don't matter. they go ham and they go hard. And I've been sitting there breaking that down. I've been trying to figure out where does that where does that come from? Why is it this thing that there's a, men are speaking their mind, got a critique of women, got social commentary on rather it's trending issues, viral issues, or just the social dynamics between men and women. Men have their opinion on that, their social commentary on that. They're putting their thoughts, views, and perspectives out there. Why is it that there's so many men who want to go to war with the men who are doing that? To the men who are doing their own little part to just stir the pot of the culture, so to speak, of how people think, analyze, and process certain situations. The men who want to do that, it's an army of men who want to stop them from doing it, who want to shut that down. And the only conclusion that I can come to is that there is an element of it to where they're groomed to do it. Shout out to brother Xavier on that, mama. Yeah. I mean, so it's like these old mama. It's like that. I tend to believe that it must come from there. It must come from that. That has to be a big part of what it is. A big part of what it is, to where they just can't rest and sit idly by. They can't rest and sit idly by knowing that women are being criticized by men. We must do something to stop that. They come riding in on their steed. They come riding in. I haven't played the clip in a while. Hold on. I haven't played that in a while. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It was he.
It's like they come riding in on that. And they say you can't believe Wiz Khalifa left his son with that monster. I mean, he was I don't know Wiz Khalifa background. I don't know that much about him, but I tend to believe. I mean, it was. I mean, look, I tend to believe that if I just had to call it, had to make a guess, he probably had a similar relationship with his mom that boy got with Amber Rose. So that's why I won't even go as far to say that I can't believe he did that. Now, what happens is there are some decent men, or men who definitely present as decent, who get caught up with chicks like this, be messing with chicks like this, mess around, get a chick pregnant like that. Those are the men who I do expect to do what they got to do to get custody of that kid. I don't. Those are the men who I do expect to do that. It's some dudes who I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know nothing about Wiz Khalifa. I'm just saying, it's some dudes to where it's like this dude ain't gonna do no better. he ain't gonna do no better than a mama. But no, I take that back. I take that back. But I take that back because you can't do worse. You can't do worse. But it's some men. But it's some men who I do expect them to go through that fight, whatever that cost is. Pay that money. I know it's hard. I went through it. After my divorce. I got, that custody battle. I know the deal. But KP from KC5 says Simptavius Jenkins is on the way. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, no doubt. In addition, let me hold on. Let me move this down real quick. We'll get back to that. Thank you for that super chat, KP from KC. Thank you for that super chat. Let me share screen and pull this up. This is an unrelated topic. We'll get back to the main one. This is one that just popped up to me right before the show as well. I haven't covered this that much. The situation with the news anchor guy, that whole situation. I don't know that much about it. But it says former alleged Good Morning America staffer claims everybody was sleeping around at ABC News. Women were allegedly given promotions for having sex with executives. Now that could be him getting caught and trying to throw everybody under the bus, but again, I say this once, I'll say it again. Now, it is a difference between somebody saying you want this job and then unzip their pants. Okay, I can't get jiggy with that. But we can't also pretend like, other than online, the number one place that people meet their spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the hell is at work. That's the number one place where people meet their spouse. So it's like, I mean, that's the number two place that people meet their spouse. So it's like there's a certain amount of workplace hanky panky that's going on. There's a certain amount of workplace screwing that's going on. So that's why I side eye, and especially how many women are in higher up positions at those places. I side eye it when they present it in a way that tries to put the women in the victim state. Look at how that's worded. Women were allegedly given promotions for having sex with executives. It's presented as a way of, like, it was like, you want this promotion, right? Zoop, unzipped his pants. That's how it's presented. I think it was more than likely more so that people who work together, who are around each other for 8 hours, they grow a liking to they get a liking to each other, and then they start gradually going out. You go out to drinks after work, or you're fucking around, or just laughing and joking and patting each other on the ass at the job, men and women. And then people eventually start having sex and hooking up after work, before work, and this or that. All of a sudden, you fuck around and you see, you on your way into work and you see some two coworker, a male and female coworker, you know, at 6 a.m. showing up to work, getting out the same car together. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, I spent the night and left the same house. Okay, cool. Okay, y'all fucking. It's like that's how the shit goes. That's how the shit goes. Like, so um I'm always going to push back unless I see some hard evidence, no pun intended, but I see some hard evidence that he like pulled his that he pulled his dick out and said, "You suck it if you want this raise for this raise." Like, and when I see, if it's some hard evidence that somebody was doing that, then I could say that, yeah, there's some bad practices taking place at the workplace. But overall, when the way they worded it at the beginning of it, when it says former alleged Good Morning America staffer claims everybody was sleeping around at ABC News, I think they could have put a period on the end of the sentence right there, but they couldn't leave it there. They had to. And this. Oh, and by the way, this Hollywood Unlock Instagram page. I use this Instagram page because, again, they on top of everything. They like TMZ. You get a lot of stories. You get a lot of stories to talk about, so you got to cover them. But the dude who run this is some gay, very SJW type dude, probably, who, of course, so I'm just speaking from an organizational standpoint, who's running this channel. Even though they're good at dropping stories for me, they drop a lot of stories for me. I get it hot off the presses from them, but it's like I got to side eye a lot of it, because I think the actual true statement in this was former alleged Good Morning America staffer claims everybody was sleeping around at ABC News. I believe that. The part where, and then they try to make the women victims by saying women were allegedly given promotions for having sex with executives. That part, that's the part I side eye and don't necessarily believe. I think something. I think that, I mean, that happens, but I think the first statement was far more true than the latter. I think the first statement was far more true than it latters. But it says, an explosive expose published by The Cut on Tuesday is sharing an even deeper insight to TJ Holmes and Amy Roach's affair at Good Morning America, alleging, hold on, got alarms going off and stuff, alleging that employees hooking up with one another was not uncommon at the workplace, while Good Morning America was praised for its good reputation, in contrast to the Today Show, which was plagued by Me Too scandals. Just a few weeks back, the publication claims to have spoken to multiple people who worked at ABC News and witnessed the alleged misconduct firsthand. One of the former GMA employee, former Good Morning America employee, told The Cut how the relationships between coworkers were all too common throughout the 2010s at the network. Nothing that it felt nothing that it felt like everybody was sleeping around. An anonymous woman who the news outlet refers to as Sasha claims she worked as a junior staffer at ABC News when she allegedly began having sex with Holmes in his office, though she soon realized she apparently was the only woman sleeping with him. With Holmes later leaving ABC News and Good Morning America, Sasha said she was devastated that she learned about the other affairs he was alleged to have had at the company, saying, "I was just part of a pattern. I thought I was special." Another anonymous ex-employee who is referred to as Ruth also spoke against the company's inappropriate ways, boldly claiming that staff members would be rewarded if they were either divas or adulterers. All right. You see how everything that was said there in the official report, in that official report, none of it says women were allegedly given promotions for having sex with executives. This was the official report right here that I just read. I mean, because it looked like the Hollywood Unlocked just basically copied and pasted, basically everything that was put in the article. Nothing in there did it say that women were allegedly given promotions for having sex with executives. That was added. What was officially reported is that everybody was fucking everybody, and some people was jilted if they felt that they were they found out they wasn't the only one. Like that's a completely different thing. That's a completely different thing than powerful men with cigars in their mouth and they junk pour it out, telling women to get on their knees if you want this raise. Like that's that's more than likely not what it was. It sounds like everybody was just willfully, consensually hopping in and out of the bed, sleeping around with every damn body. That's more or less what it sounds like. Let me see what I got here on the cast. Somebody did ask what was the Cash App. So let me see if said individual who asked about the Cash App sent a Cash App. And I do believe someone sent a JC Inez sent a Cash App. He says, for the good work. This is Long Tongue Song. Sent a $10 Cash App. Appreciate it. Do appreciate you coming through on the Cash App end. Do appreciate you coming through on the Cash App end. Greatly appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who supports the stream. Appreciate everybody who supports the stream. But no, I did want to get into that. The link is in the chat if anybody want to come up and give their take on either of the topics here. We went through quite a few topics. The Good Morning America issue. Now, the one issue that I think that people probably got the most disagreement with me on, because when it came to that Donovan Sharp issue that where Abby and Preach outed him on stuff that everybody already knew, I think the whole sphere kind of turned into sharks in the water that saw blood and like, let me just pounce on him over some stuff we already knew about a year and a half ago. And I thought that was unnecessary. I know some people have probably got some disagree with me on that. So that's one topic that we could cover. We could talk about the the Proud Family cartoon having a SYSBM segment, or we can definitely go in on the main topic here, about basically women grooming their sons to accept whore and slut walk culture. That's essentially what it was. Dirty Folks was asking, would did Donovan Sharp do this? He didn't do nothing. He basically did what he did. Abby and Preach made a video outing what we already knew about Donovan Sharp, and he had to come clean on it. He got outed and came clean on it, and then he just carried on. But when Abby and Preach got a 2 million sub platform, they went in on it. It got a bunch of views. It was kind of trending, and then now And then it's like everybody in the sphere kind of just used that as opportunity to jump on him about some stuff that they already knew. So it was just like, so there was a, piranhas, sharks in the water type mentality that I saw there. Like, he's down, let's kick him. But Donovan Sharp is no innocent. He ain't no choir boy either. Like, he deserved everything that Abin Preach hit him with. He deserved all of that. I didn't think that it would be like 50 response videos of other people who ain't have nothing to do with it trying to kick Donovan Sharp while he was already down and out for the count by Abin Preach. So it was almost like, it was like, okay, this is trending, this is in the algo. Let me kick some dirt on him too. And I wasn't necessarily feeling that, but Lil Big Nate, who went on Rumble talking about it, he says Donovan is illegitimate. How dare you talk shit about black women when you dumpster? There's a there. There's a there. It's a lot to poke fun at. I mean, I don't go the route of how dare you talk shit about black women. His channel isn't mostly talking shit about black women, but he does touch on that subject. He does have that problem where I mean, he I was still reading Little Big Nate's post that he put Little Big Nate's a comment back up. I was still trying to read that one. Where is it at? There it is. All right. Thank you. Um, there's some problem areas when it comes to Donovan Sharp. He talked a big game about, okay, here's the problem that he runs into. This is a legitimate problem that we've known for a while, that if you talk about, your game and this or that, and we'll talk about, low value women and the type of women that they end up with, and women over a certain age that are baby mamas, they get low value men. And then we find out your woman is of a certain age and she's a baby mama, that would logically make you the low value. It's like, so yeah, there's so much to criticize there. That's like, so I understand it. It's like, but it's like he already faced the firing squad on that. When Anthony Dream Johnson made basically a 3-hour documentary on him, he kind of had to come clean on some stuff. He had to admit, yes, she is. I forgot how old she is. I think she's like 45 or something. Yes, I'm with an older chick. I think he's still lying about the kid. I think I think he's still, if he, I don't know if he came clean 100% on the marriage. I think they got a non-stink section marriage. I don't know. So it is a lot there. It is a lot there to criticize. But I'm like, he already faced a firing squad for that like a year ago. Everybody went in. He took a hit. He survived the hit. Then he got entangled with some more stuff with Abba and Preach, and they basically just repackaged everything that everybody already said about him, and everybody already knew it. You either was fucking with him or you wasn't. Like, how are you fucking with him? You already knew this stuff, and now Abba and Preach do a video talking about the stuff you already knew, and then now all of a sudden everybody want to say, "Oh no, we don't fuck," fuck Donovan Sharp. It's like, what? You okay? Were you like that before? It was a viral video saying the stuff you already knew. So that's what I'm saying. It's an element of fakeness from a lot of people. Not you, Little Big Nate, because I think you automatically, like, you take the stance of, he don't need to be talking about black women when he's with he's with a basic at best white girl. I mean, I understand your position. I mean, I don't put chains, limitations, and restrictions on who can criticize who, but there are some problem areas and contradictions that he's walking around with. I don't deny that. I don't deny that. But to that comment, I don't even know if I fully read the whole comment. He said, like, he should never talk about black women again. I won't I won't go that far. I won't go that far. You said basic, yeah, basic Becky. You got a basic at best, Becky. Okay, yeah. But what y'all talking about in here? Dirty Folks says Donovan is disingenuous. I don't knock him for anti-toddler content. Okay, I mean I understand what you're saying. For those that don't know, Dirty Folks call women toddlers. So he's saying you don't basically he don't knock his critique or analysis of women. And when he gives his critique and analysis of women, I think he's quite often fairly accurate. He's fairly accurate in his critique and analysis of women. That's why I'm not really, down to kick the man while he's down. But at the same time, uh, there are some things if you don't like him that you can call him out on. Like that's no doubt a thing. If you don't like him, there's some things that you could definitely call him out on. Oh wait, hold on. Leo Anthony is saying dudes don't practice what they preach. Here's the deal. I don't think he was able to obtain what he preached. I think that when he like if you listen to Donovan Sharp's story, I think he's a man who's been troubled, you know. He's had some problems. He's had some anger management problems. I don't know if he had drinking problems or drug problems. I think he had drug problems. I think he's been somebody who's been, up and down in life, struggling to, and I think he got with a woman who, supported him. And I think he said she had a real good job at one point, and that real good job is probably what I mean. I'm not knocking him or criticizing him, but that real good job is probably what allowed him to be able to chase his dream. Eventually, he built his channel and built his online courses and all of that, and started making enough money to where she was able to quit her job and work for him. And then so much time went by, and now she's 45 years old, and he stuck with her. I mean, that's just reality. I mean, he being loyal to the chick who held him down when he was trying to come up, when he was trying to become higher value. When he was lower value, he got with a older baby mama, like what he say other the lower value men have to do. So it's not that he just don't practice what he preach. I think he couldn't practice what he preached because he wasn't a man of certain status back then. He became that man of certain status. He could have kicked the chick out the door once he got a certain status, but he stuck with her, and now he got to wear that. It's like I think that's more so what it is. I think that's more so what it is, and it is what it is. And yeah, I ain't, I'm not. So I think that's more so what it is. I think that's it. I think that's it. But yeah. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Little Big Nate says Charles Merchant says down there while we talking about this. I didn't want to talk about this while I didn't want to put it in a title because I don't like to kick dirt on men who speak up for men and advocate for men. I don't like to kick dirt on them when they're down. So I wanted to let it kind of die off and then just give my opinion on it in the back of a stream. So that's what I'm kind of doing. But on the back of the stream with a different topic. But Lil Big Nate show 2 in the building. He says basic. He said she was ran. He said she was ran through. He also said never date or marry a baby mama. He is insane in my opinion. I think he got with what was available to him. And he trying to make and he's making the most out of it. Dane C in the building says BR salute. I always thought Donovan was full of shit with his annoying ass voice. What did that mean? Couldn't get into his content even when him and O'Shea collaborated. See, when it comes to his content, I don't got a problem when he's actually doing his content, like when he's analyzing things, when he's breaking things down. I think he's pretty efficient at that. I think he's pretty efficient at breaking things down and explaining things. I just think that there's when he messed up when he started basically showing pictures, at certain angles of his girl. When he started, showing pictures at certain angles of his girl, to basically say this is my results. It's like he messed up right there. He started showing, pictures up close at certain angles with certain body parts where you couldn't really see everything, and it looked like, so it's like he was deceptively showing pictures saying these are my results if you dot 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 like me. So like that was part of his selling point of his courses and this or that. Look at my results. And then when somebody outed what those results really looked like, it kind of it exposed him, so to speak. And so now people got a question, hold on, what kind of results do your courses get? And so yeah. And then but he responded and reacted by basically making her the co-host on his show. The show was called Donovan and Devin Sharp. The channel was called Donovan and Devin Sharp for a minute. So it's basically like he got outed and then he leaned into the punch and be like, yep, this is my woman. This is and it is what it is. Now, Blackjack, what you're doing right there. Now that's the part. Damn it. I'm glad you brought that up. That was the part that I didn't like that man actually did. Criticizing him for his inconsistencies. That part I get. Even though I think it was for some, not all, for some, it was a certain amount of fakeness because y'all already knew this stuff and y'all wasn't talking about it before. So why y'all jumping on it now? Because it's a viral video about it. But when you say he admitted to simping for a crackhead, what I don't like is when people tell their Marvel origin story. I don't like when we criticize them. Like if somebody is in the red pill space and they're telling the stupid shit they did 12 years ago when they was blue pill, I don't think we should shit on them for that. Now you can shit on them for what's currently going on, but I didn't like when I saw people who all of y'all used to be simps at some point in your life. It was very few who just came out the womb just ready. No, all of us did some stuff. Like shout out to Solo TV 84 when he started that Simp Tales. He started that Simp Tales, and I did a rendition of that. I did a rendition of that where everybody came up and told their old simp stories. And I got at least 2 that I will never tell online for this reason, because people will bring it up as if I did the shit yesterday, just like you kind of just did with Donovan Sharp. You can't bring that up like he just did it yesterday. You can't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. He's talking about what he did 12 years ago. Those, you said there were a lot of red flags. Of course, blue pill simps overlook red flags. That's exactly that's how it works. You overlook that stuff and then you get played. You get screwed. You get kicked in the nuts. That's how it happened. And that's how you become who you are now. Not saying that you have to go through that to become, a solid person, a solid man who stands on your square and understands your value and your worth and have self-respect for yourself. And I'm not saying you have to go through that, but the mere fact that a lot of us are in this space, why? Because we went through some stuff like that. We saw some stuff like that and we learned from some stuff like that. So we can't front like we don't understand that. We can't act like we don't understand that. Like I got Marvel origin stories. Some of them were related to my divorce. Some of them were related to some stuff that went on after my divorce with women, to where I or I got on some never again type shit, So no, I'm not with that criticizing people for what they did 10 years ago when they was learning. He said, but a crackhead. Did he say crack? Or did he say she had like Vicodins or some kind of pills or something? I don't know. I can't remember that part. I honestly can't remember that part if he said crack. But I'm just saying, simps are simps. 12 years ago, the man was a simp. Let's not talk about it like he did it yesterday. A lot of us have Marvel origin stories. I will say his was the worst one I've heard. His was the worst one I've heard. And I got a bad one, but it wasn't that bad. I got a bad one that I will never tell, but it wasn't that bad. But what I'm saying is again, that's that y'all sees blood, let's pounce, let's attack. A man just told a story of some stupid stuff he did involving a woman. Those are the things that red pilled him and made him wake up and see the truth. To take that now and try to use it against him, to try to hit him with the stick of the story that he told back when he was, ignorant, stupid, and had the veil over his eyes. It's like, nah, that ain't it to me. That ain't it. I mean, it's some current things that he could be criticized for. I mean, it's some current things that he could be criticized for. I think Nate was criticizing him more for the current things, and I understand that. I understand that. But again, we don't need the women no more to basically rally the troops and attack us. It's like we're gonna go ham on each other. But thanks for that super chat, Dane C. Thanks for that super chat, Dane C. Free Zone Lou understand. I think he understand where I'm coming from. He said ninjas acting like they had game surrounding them their whole ultrasound pics. Yeah. Nigga had mouthpiece on my ultrasound. Nigga's ultrasound pic was red pill. Yeah, I gotta chill. Yeah. And that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Charles Merchant in the building says, salute to BR busting 30K. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, big things coming, big things coming. Like I said earlier in the show, been doing a lot of things behind the scene network and getting this thing ready to roll. Yeah, I saw the teaser trailer of it when I had things set up in studio. Going to be hopefully next week. I'll be doing night shows because when you're doing, I got people in studio. Most people work in the morning, so you probably gotta convert to doing night shows. So I'll probably be doing night shows semi daily with in studio guests. So that's going to be coming down the pipeline. That's going to be coming down the pipeline. So I'm going to be doing big things. Charles Merchant says nothing wrong with being a former simp. Right. I mean, it is what it is to some degree on that. It's like, we all did some stupid stuff. Now, there's some people who did less stupid stuff. Nate Nate said, she wasn't a crackhead. She was on heroin. Oh, okay. That cleans it up, Nate. That reminds me of that Chris Rock joke with who did Marion Barry lose to? I mean, who lost to Marion Barry when he's a crackhead? he's like, how bad was that guy's campaign? He's like, that guy must have been. Don't vote for crack, vote for smack. It's like the heroin is worse. The heroin is worse. Oh my goodness. I give Devin a 6.4 Jim and Dr. Miami. She looking okay. You said you rank her a 6.4. Look, I ain't getting into that. I ain't getting into that. I've been treading carefully on that. But yeah. Oh man. Y'all gonna make me end this bad boy early. Don't nobody come up. Y'all gonna make me end this bad boy early. If don't nobody come up. The link is in the chat. I'll give that another chance. Shout out to Osama Badu. Appreciate you coming on through. Shout out to Charles Merchant. Appreciate you coming through on the super chat. And Dane C. Shout out to Long Tongue Sung who came through on the Cash App. And shout out to all of you fine people who come through and support the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. But no, I'll wrap this up. He says nothing wrong with Devin. All right. I had to click on that one. I'm sorry. I had to click on that one. I'm sorry. Now, okay, here's the thing. You said the issue is knowing the truth but remaining a simp afterwards. I agree 100% with that. I agree 100% with that. That's where a problem legitimately comes in. When you know the truth and you remain a simp afterwards. I don't think people could necessarily say that about Donovan Sharp. You could say that his mouthpiece and game and everything that he teach couldn't yield him what he claims it should yield. You could say that, because if it did, he would would have been with a younger woman with no kids. But that doesn't mean he's a simp. I mean, he got an older woman that got a kid, but if he got her, if he walking her like a dog through the house, got her scrubbing the floor with a toothbrush, then okay. Oh damn, I can't say that because he showed a video of pictures of his cleaning lady, so she don't even got to clean. Okay, all right. Now y'all dragging me into some fuckery. All right, I came here to sort of defend the brother. I came here to lightweight defend him and say everybody being sharks in the waters and piranhas and shit. Y'all trying to drag me into some fuckery. So listen. He got the woman that he got, and that is what it is. And you could find some contradictions in some of the things that he said versus some aspects of his life. That much is true. I still my final my final answer is I don't think all of that should make the entire manosphere, black and white, turn into sharks in the water and make reaction videos and live streams, going in on them for a bunch of stuff that y'all already knew before Abby and Preach made that video, and going in on him for some stuff he did 12 years ago when he was blue pill. That's my final answer. That's my final answers. But let me shut the hell up though. It says the majority of black men are raised to be simps. Stop the cap. Thank you, sodomy and chicken. Yeah, I know. I already talked about that. Yeah, I think he was on hard drugs too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he lied about some things and he had to come clean about some things. And it is what it is. And it is what it is. Is what it is. But all right. I'm probably about to go ahead and wrap this on up. I was given holding out the possibility somebody else wanted to come up and give their thoughts on this. Little Big Nate, come on up, man. You ain't doing nothing. Come on up, give your words. Help me stretch it. Help me stretch this to a 2-hour show. Help me stretch this bad boy to a 2-hour show. I normally do 2 hours. Because I've run out of spit and don't have much more to say. Don't have much more to say. I've said all that I could say on the grooming factor, the grooming factor that we do when it comes to when it comes to when it comes to young boys. Man, cut it out. Said 12 years of simp. He said 12 years of simp. Like, no, I don't believe he's been simping. I don't believe he's been simping for 12 years. I think he was a simp 12 years ago. And I think people in this space, of any space, should cut a man some slack for that. He should be cutting some slack for that. Osama Abdu in the building. Summer of doing the building. He says, "Word, half of the dudes in the black manos in the black and mainstream manosphere are diabolical liars." Damn, that's a strong statement. So DS isn't alone. Laughing my LMAO. Shout out to my honest content creators like BR, Lil Big Nate, Ed Anderson, 411 Talk Zone. Thank you very much for that, for putting me among the honest folks. Thank you for that, putting me among the honest folks. Lil Big Nate says, he says, I'm at a shop. Sorry, bro. I can only come up on Tuesday and Thursday. Right on, right on. Respect that, respect that. But all right. Yeah. I wouldn't go as far to say half are lying, but there is an element of lying that goes on. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But either way, we about to wrap this bad boy on up. About to wrap this bad boy on up. Appreciate each and every one of you coming on through. Appreciate everybody who supported the stream. Long Tongue Song came through on the Cash App in. I do appreciate that. Shout out to you. Do appreciate you coming through on the Cash App in. Shout out to everybody who supported the stream thus far. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.